This is MSE 331 Experiment 1. In this experiment, metal A and B will be combined to make a sample. The sample will weigh 4 grams exactly. We are making 12 of these samples with the ratios that will be given to you at a later date. In order to do this experiment properly, you're going to have to use your digital multimeter right here. In order to use this, you have to power on the multimeter, make sure it's plugged into the thermocouple, and power up your monitor. When these all happen, you can go straight in and log into the software Protect 506. This will open up this screen that you see right here, and then you can go further and sign in and save your file that you'll be using. These to do this, you go to under the file folder in the top right, and then select C MSE 331. Find your particular subfolder name and save your name or save your file name properly. For everyone, there's a correct way to do it. After your 12 samples are made and they all weigh 4 grams, you can take and begin your experiments. To begin your experiment, you must first lower the thermocouple so that it is touching the bottom of the crucible. The point of this is to make sure the free end of the thermocouple is not moving. If it's still moving, just move it down a little more, like that. Now, with the thermocouple in the crucible properly, you can then turn on or put in your sample into the crucible and turn on your Bunsen burner. Now that your experiment's underway, make sure that it is either fully molten for a few minutes or that it's reached 400 degrees C. That way it'll allow the sample to be fully reached its melted equilibrium. Once this has happened, you need to start your program from Protect. So to do this, you go under to File, Start, and this will start up the software and start collecting your data. Right after you do this, immediately remove the heat source or turn off the Bunsen burner, and then you can watch the cooling curve. After it's fully cooled to a solid or reached 100 degrees C, you can then go to your data and end by going to File, End, and your data should have saved automatically. So now that you guys have collected your data and almost finished with your experiment, you still need to clean up your mess for the next sample. To do this, you need to lift the thermocouple because you've stopped your data, and now you need your sample should be reheated from a solid state to a liquid state, and once it's fully liquid, you can take your sample and empty it out into these molds, aluminum molds. So you take that, pour it in, and then you can place your crucible on these bricks and then turn off your Bunsen burner. So once your sample's in this mold, it'll cool rather fast. We can now collect our sample. So unscrew with the Allen wrench. Once it's out, you can spin the top off like so. And then you can tap out the sample using the long screw. So that wasn't too hard. Here's your sample. And now you can go do your next sample. So when you're done collecting, you should have 12 of these things. Make sure you don't lose them and you put them back in the appropriate vials, because you're going to use these for future experiments. And hope you have fun. See you in class.